So the two trends that really are probably going to affect us the most in the next couple of years are the effects of the global economy changing and the rapid changes that are happening in the media landscape towards digitization and the flow of information. Both of those things combined probably mean that people will be staying at home a little bit more, experiencing entertainment from a different perspective, being able to choose much more what they want. And so on the one hand, for us, it's a great opportunity because the people will be even more in search of quality entertainment, quality content and means of escaping and enjoying themselves at home. And on the other hand, a little bit of a risk because we've got quite a lot of competition out there from the users who are making the information and from people who are wanting to search out the best possible means of finding what they want rather than waiting in line for a scheduled slot. So quite an interesting place to try and get new opportunities for different platforms and our content on those platforms.
One of the things that is very apparent when talking about consumer trends is that it's impossible nowadays to speak about any one trend in isolation. It seems more and more the world that we live in is increasingly interrelated, different countries and different consumer groups, and the same is true of consumer trends. The trends that we've been speaking about at Consumer Alchemy, the environment, globalization, the economy and health, are impossible to deal with on a singular basis. And I think one of the key marketing issues over coming years is how marketers will blend these different trends into new products and services for consumers. Think, for example, of talking both to environmental concerns, but at the same time to economic concerns. Think about talking to health concerns at the same time as talking about cost issues and globalization issues. And we think the blending, successful blending of consumer trends into new products and services is the key challenge facing marketers over the coming years.
So we talked a lot today about realities coming home to roost and really fundamental realities shaping people's lives. To give you an idea of where that might go from a sustainability but also a general point of view, imagine this. Imagine this trend that takes over the world in 5 years called halving. We're going to nearly double the population, certainly in terms of people who have access to Western lifestyles. Imagine if everything was halved. So over the last 10 to 15 years, the amount of miles travelled in the States has doubled by roads. Imagine that halving. Imagine people living in buildings and spaces half the size, so half as much to heat. Imagine people working half hours and spending the rest on lifelong learning and actually enjoying their lives as opposed to the endless pursuit of lucre. So just imagine a positive concept, a bit like minimalism or dieting or other positive concepts have been made out of restraint, Puritanism in a very another century. So just imagine halving and start to imagine through that how much life could change, because I think we're in for unprecedented changes ahead.